Hello, welcome to my live stream. I'm Michelle Cashman and I am a singer-songwriter and I'm going to sing some songs. That's about as intro as it gets. While I am here, I'm going to get inside all of the places and see if everything is working. It should be streaming. That's what I'm hoping for. Oh, here we go. We've got a live video. Let's see if we can share that. We'll share the video. That's cool. And see if I can get inside the video so that I can see comments and things. In the meantime, hi. Thanks for joining me. How are you? Where are you from? Where are you at? What's happening this evening? While you answer that question while I try and bloody find where everything's gone. They change things around me, and I swear to God that nearly every time I get used to a certain way things are, by the time I come back in, it's completely different again. So, okay, I clicked on my profile. That's the thing. You can do that. All right. Hi, Bert. How are you? Nice to see you. Happy New Year. All right. I feel like we have... I'll just double check the sounds coming through okay. That's working. That's cool. Just at home relaxing. Well, that's not a bad way to be spending the evening. Once I've finished this live stream, that's pretty much exactly what I'm going to be doing myself. So, let's see what we've got here. Okay, I'm glad it's sounding great. That's good. Hi, Rob. Nice to see you. Very rare that we're actually live at the same time. So that's nice. All right, let me sing you guys a song. So, being the first live stream of 2025, I have picked 2 songs from 2024 out of the songs that I wrote and recorded for my patrons. And I've picked these 2 because they're quite striking in their difference. Like, there is a big difference in the headspace between them. And one of them was when I was really struggling and, I was feeling like I was in a really stuck place and, I needed to do something, but I just felt very trapped. And then the next one is after I'd kind of made some decisions and found a bit more freedom. So we're going to start with the first time. Shelley, hi. Long time no see. Welcome. And happy New Year and Merry Christmas and all of the things. So this first one is called The Cliff and Canyon. And of course, if you do like my songs that you're hearing in this live stream tonight, they are available via Patreon. You can become a patron very, very easily at patreon.com/Michelle Cashman. First song, here we go. It's called Cliff and Canyon. I'm feeling so much emptiness inside, battling this war within my mind. My heart feels like it's racing double time. Air feels like I'm buried here alive. Chest feels like it's caving in. I don't want to live like this. I don't want to change. I don't want to leave right now, but I don't want to stay. Caught between the cliff and canyon, nowhere left to turn. I want to set it all on fire and watch it burn. Now I don't have the strength to yell and shout, kick and scream to find my own way out. So how do I know what I'm doing now? I gotta find a way to catch my breath somehow. 'Cause my world feels like it's crashing down. I don't wanna live like this, I'm too broke to change. I don't wanna leave right now, but I don't wanna stay caught between the cliff and canyon, nowhere left to turn. I wanna set it all on fire and watch it burn. I'm invisible, barely holding on, frozen here, standing on the edge. It feels impossible, can't see a way at all. Just keep slipping straight toward the ledge, and I can barely make a sound. It's such a long way down. I don't wanna live like this, I don't wanna change. I don't wanna leave right now, but I don't wanna stay caught between the cliff and canyon, nowhere left to turn. I wanna set it all on fire, watch it burn. So that was the darkest phase of 2024. Good evening. Hello, Cameron. Hi, Stuart. And hi, Deb. Nice to see you all here tonight. It's great to see your names pop up in the comments, and so making sure that if you do, if you are tuning in and you haven't popped a comment in, then I don't get to see. I don't get to see that you're here and connect, and that's important for me. So thank you to those of you who have commented. It feels far more like I'm performing to people versus just singing some songs to myself in my studio. So it's good. Thanks, Rob. So next up. And I just want to encourage you that if you are feeling stuck, or if you're going through a hard time, and this is the kind of feelings that you've been having, hang in there. There are obviously ways to get through things that make things a lot easier. I find journaling really, really helpful for getting to the core of things. Why am I struggling with something? What is that thing that's getting to me? Why is it getting to me? What's my core value that's out of alignment here? Things like that. I've actually written a blog post today. I haven't posted it yet, but just around getting unstuck, because it's one of those things for me that I've been in a slump many times and had to unslump myself. So sharing some of the ways that I do that is on the agenda. And so on the other side, the flip side, my favorite song, I would say, of 2025 is called Spark, and yes, this is it. I'm in the studio. This is the studio, Rob. It's my studio, and I did redecorate. Yes, it's still not finished. There's we still don't have a door. But we'll get there. It's one of those things. It's a work in progress. There's still boxes everywhere in my house. I won't be in Tamworth either, Bert. And hi, Lisa. Nice to see you there. And thank you so much to Bert and to Cameron for putting tips in my jar. You legends. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. And yeah, so we're on to the second song of tonight, which is possibly my favourite song that I wrote in 2024. And it's called Spark. You get discouraged when you don't know what to do. You make the greatest plans, but you don't seem to follow through. You have the best intentions, but you always feel like you don't do enough. You lose momentum 'cause you try to go too fast. You're quick out of the gate, but that don't get you very far. You don't get off the ground because you haven't learned to run before you fly. If you wanna chase a dream, you gotta learn to heed your heart. If you wanna change the world, you gotta start from where you are. You don't need the greatest fire to chase away the dark. All it takes is just a little spark. The drought is always broken with that first real drop of rain. Just a little bit of laughter takes the edge off all that pain. We're taught that there's no value in the small things, but that's where it all begins. A single act of kindness might just change somebody's life. The smallest gift of grace could be the reason they survive. The journey of 1,000 miles always starts with just a single step. If you wanna chase a dream, you've gotta learn to heed your heart. If you wanna change the world, you've gotta start from where you are. You don't need the greatest fire to chase away the dark. All it takes is just a little smallest flicker of a flame to light the way. If you wanna chase a dream, learn to heed your heart. If you wanna change the world, start from where you are. 'Cause you don't need the greatest fire to chase away the dark. All it takes is just a little spark. If you wanna chase a dream, learn to heed your heart. If you wanna change the world, then start from where you are. 'Cause you don't need the greatest fire to chase away the dark. All it takes is just a little spark. There you go. I wrote that one after I'd made some changes, you know, like I was in that dark space, and then made some serious decisions, and I took a couple of, I guess, punts on myself. Like, you know, I backed myself and went, you know what? Nope, I can leave this situation and I will figure it out. And that's exactly what I did. And yeah, so it's one of those things, really. Thank you, Bert. Thanks very much. I feel like I wrote it after I was listening to an interview of Seth. Damn, I've lost the last name. So I feel like Seth Rogen, but it's not. And I know the name. It's annoying me. But it was on a Marie Forleo podcast, and he was talking about how a lot of people, when they have this big idea, this massive thing that they want to do, which of course, if you know me and you've spent any time with me, you know that I've got some serious things that I want to do and achieve, and what tends to happen for me is that I try to do it all at once and probably start too big. So one of the things that he talks about is how, you know, whether it's an artist or an entrepreneur or just people in general, when they've got this massive goal, you know, he likened it to when you go camping, and you know, if you've only got a couple of little sticks, you don't just find the biggest log out there and shove it on top of those little baby sticks, because it's not going to light, and you'll just snuff out the little fire that you have. So it's better to start smaller, and with those little sticks that you have, starting where you are, adding the smaller logs and then building to that, versus just shoving a massive piece of birch on top of two sticks, which is what I feel like I'm really great at doing. It's just grabbing mega logs and snuffing out my fire and having to start from scratch. So so thanks guys, very much appreciated. Yes, Rob, there's still on the odd occasion doing some just tiny like delays in the last sort of movement or whatever. I can feel it in a phrasing, but it's like so much better. You can hardly tell, and nobody else would be able to tell. It's just me and how I can feel the movement happening. Oh, thank you, Cameron. Thank you so much. Hi, Celia. Nice to see you. I hope that you are well. Oh, well, we'll have to do a few country-inspired live streams, I think, because that makes three of us now, Stuart. You, me, and Bert, we're all not going to Tamworth, so we'll have to make sure that we live vicariously, I guess. The New Year's Eve show went well. I was so surprised. I got through 3.5 hours, and I mean, I wasn't surprised that I would make it through, but I was surprised that I didn't have any like after effects, that I wasn't really sore the next day. My wrist was a little like tender, and like, you know, when you go to lift yourself up using your wrist, like if you're moving on the lounge or your bed or whatever, the next day sort of maybe still a little bit. It's, yeah, just, I don't know what the word is, like, and Deb, it's not going either. That's 4 of us. Tweaky or something, I don't know. But other than that, absolutely fine. So I was really, really happy with that, because that's the first gig that I did since doing the nerve damage, like the first proper, like, wow. So, and it was pretty intense too, because it's New Year's Eve, being a New Year's Eve, it's cover songs, and they're all like upbeat and intense, like, so yeah, so I was really glad that it all worked out. So next song that I'm going to do for you guys comes with a sneaky little announcement, because I can, and because most of you here are my little insider patrons too. So 5, 6. This is my song Brothers, and oh, speaking of brothers, there's my sister Laura. Hi, hello. So speaking of siblings, today my brother and I actually did our first recording together. Not a music recording. What we are going to do is some podcast episodes together. See, part of my journey and my brother's journey is we're both in recovery. I'm coming up to 19 years sober in 2025, which is huge. And my brother is a bit fresher than that. He's got around 2 years of recovery under his belt, and not all of that is like continuous, but we have some unique perspectives on things, and personal growth and changing patterns and all of that kind of stuff is extraordinarily important to us. And so we often have these conversations about things that we might be learning or struggling with, or, you know, and I've often said to him, you know, wow, I wish I had recorded that conversation, because there was some pearlers in there. We should have, like, I wish I could remember what we said. And so mulling over that idea, we decided to actually do that very thing and record some of our conversations. And we're kind of going to do it with some intention behind it, just nutting out some of the concepts that we've applied into our lives to go from pretty dark places into creating much better, more fulfilling, wholehearted lives. So there you go. I'm looking forward to sharing that, and of course, my patrons will be the very, very first people to bear witness to any of these conversations. And whenever we have a conversation on the phone, my brother and I always say, "Hello, brother," and he says, "Hello, sister," and so that's what we're going to call it, is "Hello, brother, hello, sister." Yeah. So there will be some recordings done well before anything's released publicly, but you guys patrons will get that pretty fresh. So I'm looking forward to sharing that with you guys. And thank you very much, Stuart. All right, on that note, here's my song Brothers. I can't believe that Laura, you know, you tuned in for this song, and Bert didn't even request it. It just happened like that. I remember playing in the yard, stealing all of your matchbox cars. I remember the day I lost my cat. I never forgave you for that. Should've forgave you for that. I remember scaring you for fun. That's the kind of sister that I was. I remember laughing at your hair. I wasn't so nice to you then. Should have been nicer back then. God was kind enough to give me brothers, even though we're miles from each other. The only ones who understand my mother. Thank God he gave me brothers. I remember climbing trees so tall, looking down at you when you were small. Remember the time that you set the house on fire? I was a belligerent child, but you were so reckless and wild. God was kind enough to give me brothers, even though 'cause God was kind enough to give me brothers. Even though we're miles from each other, the only ones who understand my mother. Thank God He gave me. God was kind enough to give me brothers. Even though we're miles from each other, the only ones who understand my mother. Thank God He gave me brothers. There you go. Hey Laura, you'll find that there's a missed call from me on your phone from earlier. That was an accident. I don't know what happened, but my phone just started making random phone calls, and when I looked down it was calling you, and it was just before I was going to go live, so I had to just cut and run. Next song. The next song that I'm going to do is one that I wrote back in 2021, and it was all around this idea of when I oh, thank you very much, Stuart, for the tip in my jar. Thank you so much. I much appreciate it. So the idea of, oops, sorry. Yeah, no, I'm just harassing you to come and watch my live. Yeah, I wrote this song because I've struggled with anxiety for most of my adolescent and adult life, and one of the things that I've kind of observed for myself is this feeling like I've got to pretend that everything is okay, and kind of this build up of anger. And sometimes it's hormones that have set it off, or just being around crowds or being overstimulated. And something that I've discovered after being diagnosed with adult ADHD and being medicated for that, the first time in my life that I don't have the same level of anxiety, and I've put that down to not being overstimulated all the time. And what I was struggling with at the time that I wrote this song was my family and I would all go to trivia together, and this is my grandparents, my auntie, my cousins, myself, and I don't know, whoever else we dragged along that night. And there's all of the noise inside a club. It's in a club in general. We're trying to concentrate. My auntie's there and she can read me like a book, which means that she knows when I'm anxious, which means I can't hide it so much from her. And then she gets anxious for me. And then I look at her and I think, oh God, she's getting anxious for me. And now I'm getting anxious for her getting anxious for me. And it just sort of snowballs. We're really bad like that. She has serious troubles coming to my gigs and watching me because she can just tell, nobody else in the room would be able to tell because I smile, I look normal, but she can tell. And this sort of feeling of just, I can't stop it and I can't control it, it builds up this anger, and then I don't like how I'm feeling towards other people because I want them to just shut up. All of you, shut up. And I can't control it. And I just want to bring the volume down so badly. Actually, I'm still, even though I'm not struggling as much, I'm still going to buy myself some of those Loot headphones, and I'll let you know how they go. They're the earplugs that just, the clarity's still there, but the volume is down. Because volume is a thing for me. And it's one of the reasons why I do more live streaming now, and that I just don't want to play in pubs and clubs, because a lot of the time just having that extra noise around while I'm trying to concentrate on what I'm doing is so hard for my poor little brain. And so I wrote this song about it because all of those feelings and wanting everybody to shut up around me and getting cranky at them, even though I'm not cranky at them, and so that I get cranky at me for being cranky, it's just intense. It made me feel like a traitor because these are the people that I love the most and I want to be around them. I freaking organized the trivia and yet I just wanted to kill everybody. I'm just like, ah! So I just felt like such a horrible person. And I wrote this song. It's called Traitor. Oh, it doesn't have a capo apparently. Let's see. Awake inside a dream on the longest road you've ever seen, and I'm the loneliest I've ever been. There's blisters on my feet and I can't find the way back home. If it's even where I wanna go, it's like my compass broke. The air's so thick I start to choke. I'm asking God to help me, heaven knows. I feel like a traitor. Failure, sorry. Every time I lose my way again, I feel like a traitor to my family and friends, and everything I do to ease the hurt only makes it worse. I'm stuck inside my seat. There's noise and lights surrounding me, and I'm so overwhelmed that I can't breathe. Actors take their places. I'm staring at their faces, and I know I'm going crazy. I'm caught inside a cage, trapped between the fear and rage. I'm asking God, but I cannot be saved. I feel like a failure every time I lose my way again. I feel like a traitor to my family and friends, and everything I do to ease the hurt only makes it worse. The voice inside my head says I should just get over it, then hang on tight, 'cause it ain't over yet. I feel like a failure every time I lose my way again. I feel like a traitor to my family and friends, and everything I do to ease the hurt digs this hole down deeper in the dirt and just makes it worse. forgot about the paranoia. Like, because then once I'm in that space and I'm feeling like that, then I start just thinking everybody else is thinking about me, and then they can see it. And it's just, I'm so freaking glad that I'm not there. Like, it has been like, I've had maybe one experience since I started medication, and I think that was in February last year. And I believe me, I've tried many anti-anxiety medications and nothing ever worked. It always just made me feel like a zombie or whatever. Oh, hello, Lily. And being on the ADHD medication for me, I don't feel like a zombie. I feel like I can actually function. I don't flip out when I get to a roundabout. And yeah, I've only had one tiny close to panic attack in that whole entire time, and that was Christmas time at a supermarket. So, and I was able to just breathe through that. So there's this, I know that there is a combination of things at play in terms of, you know, lifestyle. The stress load in my life is lighter. Also nutrient content and medication combined with a meditation, like a daily meditation practice. So all of those things help a great deal, but I'm a big advocate for the medication for ADHD, because all this time I just thought it was anxiety, and treat the ADHD and the anxiety's gone away. I'm not as overstimulated. I'm not panicked about not being focused enough on one thing, or, you know, and occasionally I still drop the ball. Like it happens, but yeah. And I think that it's a Christmas thing. Like everybody just like at the supermarket. And I think also because I'm so highly sensitive to everybody else's vibes. The Rocky Road and the chocolate, it was great. I hated making it. I decided to make this massive bunch and to give Rocky Road to a number of my family members and stuff. And yeah, I used scissors to chop the lollies and the marshmallows and everything in it. And I was just like, this is, by the time I was done, I had to do it in batches because I think I made a lot. I even had some left over and I was eating it for days. So we're doing a detox now. Yes, life at Christmas in a supermarket is a panic attack. I just thoroughly agree. Highly recommend. Oh yes, and hello, Carly. I saw what do you call it? I saw Stuart welcome you earlier. Welcome, hi. And yes, ADHD and trauma go hand in hand. 100% they do. And, you know, treat one, you generally treat the other as well. So, and there totally are many options these days for different, that's why I don't say exactly what my medications are, because I think it's really important for people to find their thing, whatever that is. So this next song that I'm going to do, I wrote in 2021 as well. And this was after some serious online nastiness. And I was basically being cyber stalked by someone who had decided that they were going to hate me. And my patrons that were patrons at the time and when watching my live streams were in the patron group. We kind of talked about it a little bit, and it was, you know, the story was pretty funny in the way that, you know, I was accused of doing things that I definitely didn't do, and this person decided to watch all of my live streams and then make comments about those. Even though they were blocked, they were obviously making other profiles or whatever to watch these things. Interestingly enough, I've just read a book about letting people just do what they do and, like, don't worry about it. Like, if they want to stalk you and watch your live streams, let them. Like, if they want to hate you, let them. Like, don't give it your energy. But yeah, after she'd sent some messages and emails and tagged my business page and tried to slander me all over the internet, I wrote this song because it was quite liberating to realise that I didn't care as much as I would have, 10 years prior. If that had happened 10 years ago, then I would have been mortified and I would have been trying to recruit that person. Why don't you like me? Like, it would have been important to me that that person liked me or didn't like me, and if they hated me, then like that would have been. And now I'm just like, well, you're allowed to hate me. Go right ahead if that's what you want to do. And that's largely because I am in a far better space with how I feel about me, and I'm living my life in alignment with my own values, and so that's important. So I was just like, oh, how interesting that I really don't care so much. I mean, I don't want anyone to suffer, but I don't feel like this is my fault or that this is my responsibility, and that's nice. So this is called The Long Way Around. I don't care about my reputation. I don't care about what people say. I don't need some stranger's validation. 'Cause those who know me know I tell it straight. I got 2 feet on that line that I'm walking all the time. It might just be the long way around. It might just be the long way around. I don't care for fame or fortune. This ego needs no glory days. And I ain't riding on no tailcoat. And I mean exactly what I say. I got 2 feet on that line that I'm walking all the time. It might just be the long way around. It might just be the long way around. So I don't need your admiration, your wisdom or your worship or your praise. I'm free from all your condemnation. I'll face the Lord himself on judgment day. I got 2 feet on that line that I'm walking all the time. It might just be the long way around. It might just be the long way around. 2 feet on that line and I'm walking all the time. It might just be the long way around. It might just be the long way around. It might just be the long way around. Oh, yes. A very long way around at times. I feel like, you got this idea, you got this plan, you got to go where you want to go, and then you get sidetracked 50,000 freaking times. And that's just what happens, right? So that's life, isn't it? Oh, thanks everyone. I hope you're having a good night tonight. I'm like so happy to be here. It's and there were reasons why I could have bailed tonight. I could have gone, oh no, not tonight. But I was just like, no, this is important, and I'm going to prioritize it, and I'm going to do this, and lo and behold, look at me. I'm happy, and I get to see my people, and I'm singing some songs, and look at this silly grin on my face. I'm so happy. Oh, yeah. Oh, Celia, seriously, I go from the, like, I might be in the lounge room and I'm like, okay, I need to go and get this thing. And I go into the bedroom and I'm like, why am I here? And I literally have no freaking clue why I'm in the other side of the house. And so I come all the way back to the kitchen and I'm like, okay, maybe I'll think about it. Like, and remember what it was that I went there for. And then I go back to doing whatever I was doing before. And sometimes I'm like, huh? Is that the thing? It might be the thing that I went back to the room. And sometimes I've done that three times. Like, gone back in 3 times and finally remember this stupid thing that I needed. It's pretty crazy. But yeah. Thank you so very, very much to Cameron and Bert and Stuart for putting tips in my jar tonight. You bloody legends. I much appreciate it. And thank you to everyone who has tuned in and to who have shared. Obviously, Stuart, if you've just got Carly here tonight, that's really bloody cool. And oh yes, put away in a safe space and it's gone. Like, it's so safe that I will never find it again. I'm glad. I'm so glad. So yes. Anyway, I've got some more songs, so don't panic. Even though I'm thanking people, I'm not wrapping it up just yet. What I thought I'd do is I would do a little flashback. So this is flashing right back to, I don't even know what year, maybe around 2012. And I wrote this one after an argument. And I think this is where coming to this place in my life where I'm okay with me. I know what's important for me, and if I'm living my life the way that I think it should be lived, then someone else's opinions or judgments nowhere near as important, you know. And yeah, so I wrote this after an argument where someone was, you know, accusing me of something that I hadn't done, and I was just like, man, I'm getting to the point now where I'd like to tell you that I did that thing just so you could feel like justification for your anger. Like, I almost want to side with you in your delusion just to kind of, I don't know, make you shut up and go away, or to stop having to argue. And then I was just like, oh, hang on a second. I don't have to argue with you. I don't have to justify anything to you. This doesn't need to be a back and forth, because you can stand there and talk to yourself. I don't answer to you. And so this song was born. And yeah, Deborah, I can't even tell you how many glasses that I have, like how many pairs of glasses. I have many pairs of glasses. I have glasses for up close. I have glasses for this computer. I have glasses for sunglasses, and I have glasses for distance. And I have them in every area of the house. And I still go, where the hell are my glasses? It's serious. It's a serious issue. All right. I'm sorry to hear about your snow emergency over there, Rob. What's happening over there? Are you serious about the dogs eating cats, or is that like a reference to some... all right, here we go. I'm going to be doing I Don't Answer to You, and I hope that you like it. It's been quite a while since I've performed this song, so found it. I know where it goes now. Yeah, we're all a little spicy around here, I reckon. This is why we all relate to each other. There's a little bit of neurodivergence in all of us, isn't there? Yeah. Oh, my favourite is just putting them on top of my head, and yeah. or when in Christmas time I was wearing a headband, and then I got used to the feeling of the headband. So when I put my glasses up on top of my head, I still thought it was a headband and kept looking for my glasses. All right, I don't answer to you. You've pushed me right to the edge, contorted and twisted, words that I said. It's just like you're waiting to see what I'm gonna do. Or maybe you want me to hurt, 'cause it's still hurting you. But I refuse to play victim. I refuse to play whole. You don't dictate to me who I am anymore. You've painted me guilty. What else can I do? I'm not playing your games. I don't answer to you. I've told you I'm sorry till I've been blue in the face, with a misguided conviction you'd forgive me someday. But something is telling me you wanna hang on to the pain, like it's the one thing that justifies you righteously shifting the blame. But I refuse to play victim. I refuse to play whole. You don't dictate to me who I am anymore. You've painted me guilty. What else can I do? I'm not playing your games. I don't answer to you. And if you wanna carry on like a child, you can do it on your own time. It's just like you're waiting to see what I'm gonna do. But I refuse to play victim. I refuse to play whole. You don't dictate to me who I am anymore. You've painted me guilty. What else can I do? I'm not playing your games. I don't answer to you. I never actually sing that last line normally, and it came out and I was like, oh, what are you doing there? I usually just let it hang because, you know, I don't answer to you. I just stop talking. But yes, gosh, that was liberating when I wrote that and went, I actually don't need to justify myself or argue with people about the truth. If I know the truth, then if they want to believe something different, well, then let them. You do you. So we're getting to the tail end here, and it's so hard to choose. But choice must be made. I'm going to leave you with a song, another one that I wrote in 2021, and the reason why, I guess, I wrote this song is because I think something that I've struggled with nearly my whole entire life, and Carly, trauma, is the core underlying reason of why I felt different to everybody. Like I had some sort of missing bits, like that everybody else had, like that, I was like a walking jigsaw puzzle that had like several pieces missing, and everyone else seemed to have them, and I just didn't. And I just thought like that I was broken. I thought that there was something wrong with me, and I struggled with that for a very, very long time, even from childhood right through to adulthood, and even into sobriety. Just that I'm such a mess. I'm messy. I'm sensitive. I'm all of these things that I didn't view as positive. There was no positivity when it came to my view of myself, and so I would try to earn my space in the world and hustle for my worth. And it's only the last maybe 5 years even that I've just come to this place where I really truly believe that regardless of my faults or my imperfections or ways that I don't necessarily measure up, that I'm still worthy of love, and I'm still worthy of kindness, and I think also working in disability and working with people of varying abilities and skills, but having that awareness that every single one of these people, regardless of their ability to communicate or to even function in certain ways, makes them no less worthy of love and respect and kindness. And for me, I go, oh, that must mean that I too am worthy of love and respect and kindness, and maybe I will be loving and kind and respectful to myself. And I've found the more that I can offer myself that mercy and grace and nurture myself, the more I feel planted versus buried, and the more I'm able to give myself that the rain and sunshine and nurturing, that the more I feel like I'm growing into the plant that I'm meant to be, if that makes any sense. And I can see Dave's not here, man, on YouTube, and Carol on YouTube. Hi. It's very rare that I actually get someone come through on YouTube. So hello to the YouTubers. That's cool. And yeah, everyone, including me, deserves love and respect and kindness. And having really, I guess, embedded that lesson is the premise behind this song, which is the last song for the evening. And thank you everyone for tuning in, and to those of you who have put tips in my jar, and to the amazing patrons that support my work. I love you guys. I hope that anyone who needs to hear this, that it really gets in there and gets under the skin. It's called You're Enough. If I could find my younger self and sit with her a while, if I could find the words I'd want to state, if I could if I could hold her precious face in these aging hands today, I'd look her in the eyes and I would say, there ain't nothing wrong with who you are. Even the biggest hearts will carry scars. You're deserving of the greatest love. And even if no one else is showing up, you're still enough. Oh, you're enough. I tell her of the things she'll do and the person she'll become. But she's as kind and loving as she's brave. I tell her that her precious heart is the greatest gift of all, even though it's what makes her so afraid. There ain't nothing wrong with who you are. Even the biggest hearts carry scars. You're deserving of the greatest love. And even if no one else is showing up, you're still enough. Oh, you're enough. I tell her there'll be days when you can't see it. Doesn't mean it isn't true. There'll be days when you just don't believe it. Someone's watching over you. I'll tell her true. There ain't nothing wrong with who you are. Even the biggest hearts will carry scars. You're deserving of the greatest love. And even if no one else is showing up, you're still enough. Oh, you're enough. There you go. There you go. That's the song we're ending on. Dave, I'm imagining your name's Dave. Your profile says Dave's not here, man. So I'm just wondering if that's just you saying, like, knock, knock, no one's home. From Michigan. And thank you. Thanks, Carol. Thank you so much, Stuart and Carly and Celia. I'm glad that you guys are getting what you needed out of tonight's live stream. I think it's really pretty great that it works like that, you know. I write these songs about my own personal experience and my own journey, and it just happens to resonate with others. I'm in New South Wales in Australia, the south coast of New South Wales, Australia. But that's it for me tonight. I will see you guys again next week. Not sure just yet whether it's going to be Monday or Tuesday, but it'll be one or the other. And if you're on my mailing list over at michellcashman.com, you'll get the email letting you know exactly when the live stream's going, and even with a little link you can click to get to where you need to be to watch. That sounds cool, Dave. Reach out if you can send me an email, michelle@michellcashman.com. Let me know about your podcast. That'd be great. And thanks for subscribing, Carol. All right. Good night, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I will see you all soon.